Hi, hello, welcome to Spotlight with me, Kritika. இன்னைக்கு நம்மளோட வந்து பார்வதி இருக்காங்க. Hi Parvati, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great, I'm good. So before we start, நாங்க வந்து it's a ritual of this podcast, okay?
Okay.
So, are we doing sweet or karam?
Oh my God.
Which one would you pick?
லைஃப்ல எனக்கு ஸ்வீட்ஸ் தான் ஸ்வீட்டா தான் இருக்கணும்.
Okay.
பட் இப்போ காரம் சாப்பிடுறேன்.
Okay. But ஏன் இப்ப காரம்?
இல்ல கேலரிஸ்.
Calories, huh? Good answer. நாங்கள் வந்து என்ன கேள்விப்பட்டோம்னா லைக் ஃப்ரம் அ வெரி யங் ஏஜ் யூ ஸ்டார்டட் மாடலிங் ஐ திங்க் அபவுட் 14 இஃப் ஐம் நாட் ராங் ரைட் ஸோ அப்போலேருந்து நீங்கள் ஆரம்பிச்சனால எந்த அளவுக்கு யுவர் ஃபேமிலி வாஸ் சப்போர்ட்டிவ் அண்ட் ஹவ் வாஸ் த ஹோல் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் டு பி ஆக்சுவலி டூயிங் சம்திங் அவ்வளோ ஏர்லி இன் லைஃப்?
ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 10th வெக்கேஷன்ஸில் ஐ வாஸ் ஹியர் ஃபார் ஒரு டிவி ஷோ அப்போ பட் ஆனால் இங்கிலீஷ் டிவி ஷோ.
ஓகே.
அங்கே ஒரு கேரளாவோட மோஸ்ட் ஃபேமஸ் சேனலோட விங் அண்ட் அந்த ஷோ ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தேவர் லுக்கிங் அவுட். என்னோட கசின் வாஸ் ஆல்ரெடி இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி. ஸோ ஷீ செட் இதை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. ஐ காட் த்ரூ தட் ஆடிஷன் அண்ட் தே செலக்டட் மீ. அந்த ஷோ பிகேம் சூப்பராக பாப்புலர். அதுக்கப்புறம் இம்மிடியட்லி ஐ வாஸ் கெட்டிங் ஆட்ஸ் எல்லாமே அட் த சேம் டைம் அண்ட் அந்த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் பப்ளிசிட்டி இஸ் அ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லெவல் பிகாஸ் அந்த ஏஜில் வெளியே போகும்போது யூ ஹேவ் ஃபேன்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல் தட் இட்ஸ் வெரி கிரேசி.
அந்த ஏஜில் யூர் லைக் கிட் இன் a candy store.
Yeah, exactly. So this is how it started. அப்போ எனக்கு அப்போ அந்த பேஷன் எல்லாமே சடன்லி இன்க்ரீஸ்ட். ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் அ வெரி ஸ்டூடியஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வரைக்கும். ஐ வில் நாட் ஈவன் புட் காஜல் அந்த ஒரு அளவுக்கு. இந்த ஷோனால தே லைக் ஐப்ரோஸ் த்ரெட்டிங் பண்ண அது பண்ண சடன்லி தே வர் லைக் மேக்கிங் மீ லைக் வெரி கேர்லி when I was a very tomboyish person. அப்போ அந்த பாப்புலாரிட்டி அண்ட் தட் திங் ஐ லவ் பீயிங் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் த கேமரா அப்போ தான் புரியுது. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னோட பேரண்ட்ஸ் லைக் போதும் இனி சயின்ஸ் தான் 11th 12th சயின்ஸ் தான் எடுக்கணும். இது ஐசன் இல்லை காமர்ஸ் எடுத்தா போதும் இல்லை சயின்ஸ் தான் எடுக்கணும். அது யூஷுவல் இந்தியன் பேரண்ட்ஸ். என்ஜினியரிங் பண்ணணும், மெடிசன் பண்ணணும். ஆக்சுவலி they were saying medicine. So I cleverly skipped bio just to இது 5 years படிக்க வேணாம்.
Do you have any doctors in the family? ஏன்னா ஜென்ரலா அந்த மாதிரி
எல்லா cousins டாக்டர்ஸ் தான். So I was like I don't want to do this because they kept studying masters kapra again like super specialties. Yeah, so I'm like I don't want to do all this. Adanala I took this I took science and I was not happy with it. Adukaprom engineering na entrance I didn't write any entrance exam being a good student. They know I'll get through. Ana kuda I was like I will not enak fashion designing da pannanom. Basically enak I like creative stuff. So anything. அப்போ ஆக்டிங் அப்படி யோசிக்கல. சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து ஐ யூஸ் டு பெயிண்ட் அண்ட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு பி அ ஃபேஷன் டிசைனர். தே லைக் இல்லை ஃபேஷன் டிசைனிங் வேணாம், அது என்ஜினியருக்கு அப்புறம் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ எப்போவுமே அப்புறம் பார்க்கலாம் சொல்லிட்டு இட் வில் நாட் ஹேப்பன்.
அப்புறம் பார்க்கலாம்னு சொன்னால் இட் மீன்ஸ் இட்ஸ் நாட் ஹேப்பனிங்.
கரெக்ட், 100%. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி அந்த ப்ரெஷரில் ஸோ என்ஜினியரிங் டைமில் தான் ஐ வாஸ் டூயிங் எவ்ரி திங். I was going through pageants and I went to pageants. In fact, 11th I won a Miss Trivandrum. Oh, nice. So that was before early age. Like most participants were 18 plus. I was the only young participant. But I won that and that gave me that either confidence to do more things and the encouragement madri. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஐ வாஸ் சீக்ரெட்டிவ்லி டூயிங் அப்படி சொல்லலாம். அப்போ அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆட்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஐ வாஸ் சம்ஹவ் லைக் கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு. நான் அந்த மூவி வரும்போது கூட நான் சொல்லல வீட்டில். ஸோ ஒரு கன்னடா ஒரு லைக் there was a small female oriented movie that came and I didn't even tell. அதுக்கப்புறம் I did the movie and then I told my mother, listen, it was coming at this time, it was during the holidays. அது அப்படி சொல்லி I was convincing. ஸ்லோ அப்பா பேசல கொஞ்ச நாள். he was so angry. இந்த மாதிரில இருந்தது. I went for Miss Navy Queen itself without telling. Okay. So I told I'm going for supporting my friend. அதுதான் actually உண்மை. I went to support my friend. But they said you also take part. Okay. So suddenly I took part. அப்போ எப்படி சொல்லணும் கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ண தெரியல. So I took part, I won and then I had to tell.
So அப்படிதான் வந்து movies and modeling
everything started. Slow they were okay, but they like இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரெஸ் தான் இருக்கணும், இந்த மாதிரி மூவி if the dress is இப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது, இந்த மாதிரி but slower their mentality with I think with some small success and happiness parents would mentality also changes.
More than success I think happiness, like if you know that you are happy with what you're doing, correct. Then it's always a go.
So they were I think always worried that idu unstable profession. Why should you go through that stress? Definitely actors life is full of stress. It's very difficult. It's not like we see. So why should she go through it? Like education irukku idella she is good at studies. Comfortable career choose panna. That's the safe way of thinking. ஆனால் எனக்கு ஸ்டார்டிங்லேருந்தே கம்ஃபர்டபுள் கரியரே வேணாம்.
வேண்டாம், ஐ வாண்ட் சம்திங் தட் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு பி.
இப்போ ஃபேஷன் டிசைனர் சொன்னால் கூட இட்ஸ் லைக் you can go to a NIFT or whatever it is. ஆனாலும் there's no guarantee you'll become a Versace or you will become like an Armani. There's no guarantee.
You just try.
You just try. It might work out. Your designs might work out, might not work out. So I was always open to that idea of experimenting.
இப்போ நீங்க வந்து மிஸ் அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்களா, மிஸ் ட்ரிவாண்ட்ரம், எனக்கு டக்குன்னு தோணுச்சு கங்க்ராச்சுலேஷன்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் மிஸ் டு மிஸ்ஸஸ், ரைட்? நீங்களே இவங்க எதுக்கு கை கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறீங்களா? So how
I
is
was
this
like 10th standard ஒரு டைட்டிலுக்கு இப்போ கை கொடுக்குறேன்.
from miss to missus, how is this transition?
So the transition, honestly, it doesn't feel very different, to be honest. Nanu first nanache, like, you know, people are finding it very different. They're like, oh my God, you got married. Oh my God. Nethu kuda message when I just heard you got married. Ipada one person can news for there, like who worked with me and all. Because suddenly it was last minute or 1 month kulla plan panna. Yeah, I mean, obviously from 2 years, parents were planning. Ana oru we were trying to push the dates. I was trying to push the date. இல்ல இந்த மூவி ரிலீஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்படி சொல்லி நெக்ஸ்ட் மூவி சைன் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம், பிகாஸ் அதுக்கப்புறம் மேரேஜ்க்கு அப்புறம் சைன் பண்ண முடியாதா தெரியல. மேபி nobody will offer me. அந்த ஒரு இதுல I was little.
But do you think that அந்த ஒரு இப்போ நீங்க சொன்னீங்களா கல்யாணம் ஆன அப்புறம் will I be able to, அந்த ஸ்டிக்மா வந்து மாறி இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
It is slowly changing. ஆனா even if you take some Bollywood big stars few years back, or if you take people who did really well in their career, I felt like marriage kapram they had a gap, like even a Deepika.
Of course.
And of course some of them have their own team, their own well-wishers who will bring them back, like you know, she got Shah Rukh Khan's Pathan, which really helped her come back. Another was a gap before that, right?
Correct.
So I think it happens with everybody.
You think on the gap la there are people who have lost also, like, you know,
100%
got lost.
So enaka I don't have any like godfathers or people who are well wishers to push me, or it's not like people are like, yeah, you get married, it's okay, we are there, we have a team, you have நம்ம ஒரு team இருக்கு. The groupism is there. Even in Malayalam cinema it's there, like there'll be teams that support each other. Unfortunately, I'm not a part of any group.
But that's also a good thing, la.
It's
like a self-made person arkadla or satisfaction irukku.
Yeah, plus it's out of any kind of politics, which is good in a way.
Yeah.
But because of that, you don't have anyone to push you. So then when you have to work for yourself and there's nobody, in fact there are people to pull you down in the industry nariya, so that you don't do well. There are many people, but push pandradhukku help pandradhukku it's not there. So it's very difficult. So I was like, I want to sign some more movies and then probably do it. Then there was some date found. We couldn't, I couldn't get it pushed, and then it happened all of a sudden. So good thing is the family, husband, family, everyone is very supportive, which is a good thing. They're like, you like this?
Do it.
Yeah. It's not like they're waiting for me to go and act, but it's not like they're like, if you like it, of course you should do it.
Do it, yeah.
You know, we are no one to come in the way of your profession. அந்த ஒரு மென்டாலிட்டி இருந்தாலே பெரிய விஷயம். It's like that means you see it positively.
முன்னாடிலாம் வந்து சொல்லுவாங்க பொண்ணுங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான இண்டஸ்ட்ரி. I'm talking about say modeling or films. இல்ல, it's not a very easy industry to survive in. அந்த பேட்டர்ன் இன்னுமே இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
Very very easy and happy and very positive. There was not a single like 0.1% of difficulty I faced in terms of modeling ever.
Okay.
Maybe I was just lucky.
What is the difference that you predominantly see? Modelingக்கும் படத்துல நடிக்கிறதுக்கும் இது ஒரு டிஃபரன்ஸ், பயங்கரமான ஒரு டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு.
See, எனக்கு the modeling thing happened very easily because நான் பண்றது எல்லாமே startingly it was very big.
Yeah.
So maybe ஒரு pageant win பண்ணா you'll get offers. ஒரு ad, நான் first commercial ad பண்ணது, it was all over India, internationally it became big. அப்போ you know, I did this Andhra Bride. So my mother keeps telling, your first ad was Andhra Bride, ippo you actually became an Andhra Bride. Because the guy I married is Telugu. So the thing is, like, it was so viral, which was not in my hands, and it was Ella magazine, In-Flight magazine, every national magazine had that. Hoardings pata, like so many all over India and Qatar and Dubai. Everywhere. So that is the same director offered me the first big film, and also the same that ad nale a lot of movies came. So for me, I think the modeling thing romba easier. I was getting a lot of work. When it comes to movies vandadukku appuram kuda you can lose it. There is no guarantee you will have that movie. Na sign pandra movies say they have changed.
Camera முன்னாடி நின்னு clap அடிக்கிற வரைக்கும் எதுமே
seriously like ஒரு 4-5 movies easily sign பண்ணி it's confirmed, and they would have suddenly put somebody else. something and you don't know what is behind.
பட் நீங்க எவ்வளோ மெச்சூர்டா இருந்தாலுமே இந்த மாதிரி this is also a heartbreak, no? Heartbreak is not just a love or இந்த மாதிரி heartbreak இந்த மாதிரி நடக்கும்போது how do you tackle all of that? உங்க mindset thought process எப்படி இருக்கும்?
See, now I think if this happens I'll be little upset, but I'll be very cool about it. And the young age you are like so immature, and I mean you're also like very sensitive, and I think I was too innocent for this industry for sure, because I was a little like even my family members or relatives used to think she's little childish for her age. So sometimes some people are smart, even at a young age they're very smart, they're clever, they know. Here I used to not understand like a lot of things, what is happening. So it's like, imagine you're so excited about a project and you're preparing, or you're all set to shoot, and suddenly that's not there. And this has happened with some big projects. So I was like, you know, you'll keep thinking, oh my god, this would have changed my career. Anna, why did this happen? I don't know the reason. So all this will be heartbreaking in the start, Anna. With time,
உங்களுக்கு யாராவது ஒரு இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது நடந்தா ஒரு கம்ஃபர்ட்டிங்கான ஒரு பர்சன் இல்லனா you know I always go to this person and I feel better. அந்த மாதிரி
nobody for this, because இப்ப அப்பா அம்மா கிட்ட போய் சொன்னா they'll be like, we told you not to do this.
அதனால அங்க போவே கூடாது.
We told you this industry is like this. அதனால
நான் தான் சொன்னேன்ல.
Correct. அப்போ so I was very alone with this. Then if I think somebody is a friend or a, like when I think about it, என்னோட own female friends and all that, some people who were in modeling who I knew who want to be actresses, I've tried to push them. I've tried to be helpful to male and female actors, including in our film that is going to release. One of the actors are recommended by me. I mean, not for any other personal reason, but he's extremely talented. Nice. I mean, that's different. So for me, I was always somebody who likes to
someone else also.
Yes, but for some reason it's never happened in my career. But I've come to know that people who are close to me tried to take me out of movies. Maybe they were like, oh, she will suddenly become a big star, she'll not be the same with us, whatever reason it is. I used to come to know the opposite.
But were you this strong is my question. Ena ipo when you speak I can see a lot of clarity and you know like your
clarity much later.
That adha kekra in the clarity eppome irukadilla when someone comes, when you know that you're betrayed, that to by a person who is really close to you.
Yeah, imagine in front of you they'll be like, I want you to be the biggest, you deserve this, adalla solite. Then you come to know, I used to come to know much later that, you know, in fact we wanted to cast you and there were people like trying to do this. That's when you're like, oh my god. See, if it's a person starting in they were not very friendly with you, they don't like you, it's fine. At least you're direct. I appreciate that. That's okay da. But acting nice to you and then betraying you is like really bad. So that is something which has happened, and I really like I mean it was not expected, but now you know this is a part, this is something. I mean any competitive industry in the mali irukom. So the cinema is a very competitive industry. It's like politics. Someone told this line in my first movie, like enna irundaloda oru AD, he's like, cinema is next to, I mean today's somebody very big, but I'm just saying cinema is just next to politics. He's like, literally it's the next place with politics.
Correct.
So other is next there. So I used to not understand like what is this person talking about. It doesn't make sense. Appadida nanu naniche. But that is the reality.
On a funny note, in the industry, you know how I think you're blessed. இது வரைக்கும் வந்து ஒரு ட்ரோல்ஸ்ல எதுலயுமே சிக்காம ஒரு path create பண்ணி அதுல you were just traveling, no? I think that itself is a big blessing when it comes to this industry. Like
I agree, but sometimes some of those trolls make people popular. So some people like all that.
See, இன்னைக்கு actually நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி negative publicity is the best like kind of publicity.
Yeah. So like I know people in Bombay who literally do this on purpose. So I know நம்ம ஒரு award function ku pombo, it was a private flight only for the function.
Okay.
Adalo there was a person, an actress from the past in Bollywood. She's done a lot of projects in the past. Ippo she's insignificant. She making creating an issue on the flight only to have an issue, which I realized only later. We are like, why would somebody get into trouble wantedly? Then I see, if you see her history, everything is a controversy. That's how she's still in the limelight. She's invited even for this. Purida. So if you don't have a movie in the last 10-20 years, but Anna, you're still somewhere called for functions, it's only these kind of things. So some people have that strategy, but I do not like to be there.
I am not there.
I want like peace of mind, and
but that's good. நீங்க அந்த பாத்ல தான் இருக்கீங்க. Like I said, you being in this industry for so many years and 20 plus movies பண்ணி, what is the hardest lesson that the movie industry has taught you that life couldn't?
I think it's made me more spiritual.
Spiritual.
I
That's a
think
very,
so. Yeah, I
very
think so. Because
different
I
answer.
was, so I grew up in Abu Dhabi, and I mean, that doesn't mean you will not be spiritual. My parents kept me very rooted. They sent me to, I even went for like Gita classes and all that. Like, they wanted me to be like rooted in my own way. At the same time, in UAE, I've learned like, in school Islamic studies and everything. So it's like, there's a combination of things I've done. I'm not saying there was no spirituality at that point. Then I continued in a Christian school where I was the first non-Christian head girl in the history of that school.
Oh, okay.
And it's a very famous school, so it was a big achievement. So I connected to all religions, and that was a nice thing. Adella, but I was not this person who will go pray every day. Apdi illa. I'm not saying today also I'm that person, but I just feel like there is something called spirituality and grounding that is important. And in the career, it's very important through your ups and downs. And you need that faith in something, and the faith can be you praying to your grandparents also, can be you're praying to some god, it can be spiritual place, it can be just meditation. And I feel this industry ups and downs or either a grounding or something is needed to keep you balanced.
Nice. I had lovely conversations with you. I think you enjoyed too. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
and
you.
all the very best for your upcoming ventures.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely talking.